So in today's video, I wanted to talk about a couple things that you can do right before you check out of your hotel room that will help out not only your housekeeper, but also the guests who check in the room next after you. I've been in housekeeping a number of years, and I wish everybody did these things before they checked out. It would make my job a lot easier. So I figured I would just share these with people because I know there's some people who don't think about it. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the most important thing, and that's the fact that you should always tip. Always leave a couple bucks. Housekeepers work really hard. Tipping is something that doesn't get done enough in hotels. I think a lot of people don't think about it, but housekeepers are tipped employees. So leave a couple dollars, maybe more if you can afford it, if the room is clean and look good. Now, let's move on over to the bed. So one of the things I always do, and you can start doing as well, is I always strip all the linens off the bed. So we'll see over here, I have the comforter and I have the bed spread already off the bed. And then I have also taken all the sheets, put them in the pile. They're in a pile, but they're separated, just in case the housekeeper has to separate them when they put them on their cart. Took the pillowcases off, everything, have them on the bed. The reasoning behind this is, one, it helps the housekeeper strip the room quicker. The linens are already off the bed. They just take them out to the cart, do whatever they have to do. And two, one of the biggest areas that housekeepers try to save time when they're cleaning rooms is by not, shady housekeepers, I should say, is by not changing the bed linens. Very few people, when they check into a room, inspect their bed linens. They just look and see if the bed's made. Okay. I've worked with a number of housekeepers who got caught because they weren't changing the bed linens. They would just remake the bed up. Most people, when they sleep in a hotel room, they don't really mess the sheets up too badly. So you can remake the bed, and a lot of people would never notice. So to keep that from happening, take the linens off the bed. The housekeeper is not going to want to go through these linens and put them back on the bed. They'd rather get some new ones off the cart. So that's how you can help out the person who checks in the room next to you. Most housekeepers won't do that, but some will. If you have the linens already stripped, they'll have to get new sheets. You ensure the person after you gets fresh, clean sheets like everybody wants. And the reason I put the bedspread and the comforter over here is because when the housekeeper comes over to make the bed, they're going to put the sheets on first. So if you left the comforter and the housekeeper and the and the bedspread on the bed, they're going to have to move it off anyway. So I saved them a couple seconds by keeping it over there. All right, so that's the bed. Let's move over here. Another thing I do is I take all the trash out the trash cans, put them in one bag if they'll fit. I put it right here. If there's some other bags already in the bottom of the trash can, I might go ahead and redo that. Don't have to, but I do make sure I get up all my trash. I put it in one trash bag or two trash bags if need be. Excuse me. And I put them somewhere. That way the trash is already up. All the housekeeper has to do is put new trash bags in. Just saves them a little time. So that's that. That was just kind of really a courtesy thing. And now finally, let's just go in here into the bathroom. Let me turn the light on here. The last thing I do is I make sure that I take all my dirty towels and I put them in the bathtub. I usually put a big towel down first, and then I put all the other towels inside of it, kind of wrap it up. So when the housekeeper comes in, all they have to do is scoop that up, throw it out in their cart, or with the dirty linens, wherever it goes, and they're good to go. So they already know. There's no guesswork as to which towels I used, or, is this towel clean? Some people will use a towel and put it back up on the rack. It'll look like it wasn't used. This happens all the time. As a housekeeper, there's a lot of guesswork. You have to kind of figure out, okay, did they use this? Do I have to, replace it? So that way I just get rid of all the guesswork and, they know what towels have been used. So those are real quick. Oh, one final thing. When it comes to like the air conditioning, kind of put it back where like a comfortable setting. Sometimes people who are hot-blooded or cold-blooded, whichever, they will, have the heat cranked up or the AC cranked up. When you check out of a room, it might be hours before the housekeeper gets in here. If you have the heat all the way up and it's sitting on, 80 or something for 2 hours, when that housekeeper comes in, the room's going to be stifling, or vice versa. The room's going to be super chilly if you have the AC all the way up. So put the air kind of on the setting you had it on when you left. That way it's a comfortable room for the housekeeper and they don't have to work in extreme heat until the room cools down, or extreme cold until the room heats up. Not to mention, if they turn the room over rather quickly, the next guest, when they check in, they don't want to have the room still be hot or something like that. So those are just some real quick tips, things you can do when you're about to check out of a hotel room. Help the people who check in after you out and help your housekeeper out. And in case you've forgotten already, remember to always tip. Thanks for watching.